Hi, Mark Phillips from markphillipstennis.com. Today's singles tennis strategy tip is positioning yourself during a baseline rally forward and backward. In a previous tip, we divided the court into neutral ground stroke position between the ropes, defensive behind that gold rope, and offensive ground stroke position in front of this rope. Simply, when you're in an even exchange, you're going to be positioned between the rope in this neutral position, that can vary from player to player, but it would usually be somewhere in between these two gold ropes. Now, what makes forward and backward positioning trickier is that you have to evaluate your shot and the situation after you hit the ball to determine if you should move forward or backward. So when you hit a ground stroke and you determine that your opponent is in a bit of trouble, and our strategic word for that is on defense, we've aptly named the court in front of the gold rope offensive ground stroke position. So if you see that your opponent is in a little bit of trouble, you move in front of the gold rope a little bit into offensive ground stroke position, just behind or on the baseline. If they're in a little bit more trouble, medium defense, a bit more on an extremely on defense, steps inside the baseline with the option of going to the net if they're in extraordinary trouble. But again, if you have a slight advantage, medium advantage, extreme advantage, and let's say you move into this area of the court into an offensive position and don't hurt them, and you see that you're in an even position, you would be vulnerable to a deep shot, so then you would need to back into a neutral position where you can defend power and depth. Anyway, that's a brief look into forward and back positioning. So please take this out onto the practice court. Imagine this breakdown of the court and these steps. When you see that your opponent's in trouble, this step forward, I'm certain that you know if you had that one extra step or two extra steps, when they hit short after you've hurt them, if you're positioned properly, you're going to be in a lot better position to finish the point and hurt them with your next shot. Anyway, please go to markphillipstennis.com and let me know how you like this tip, and check out my website for other tennis tips.